So here's part 2. So water for any World War theater, which is why I have these, because it's going to show a war. This is the toll, which also works as a border security. That's a pontoon. This is both an arms industry and a naval base. That building up there is for the Coast Guard. That's Border Patrol office, and that's a Border Patrol headquarters. That's the Government Security Forces building. There's a train shed over here for the train yard for the light metro, which will later be converted into a subway headquarters or transit headquarters for the transit agency controlling the entire region. Because later when this gets converted into a subway in the future, that building won't be the subway's building because of the lack of space. So government security forces are basically for the king and queen living here, because it's an absolute monarchy. That's why there's a castle over there which you can't really see properly because you won't be able to see the entrance because it's some space was taken by this army training center. That's a police station with no vehicles yet. That's the hospital with the roof. So, because the city is so overcrowded, I made a fire chief's garage and fire chief car garage over here, and then it's gonna be another fire station over here, fire truck parked over here in the fire station, and I put another fire station somewhere over here for the vehicles. That's a traffic police outpost because there's not really any traffic signals here. It's just traffic police because of given a lack of space to just. That's a bus shed for the bus stop. Okay. What was this again? Oh yeah, right. It was a police headquarters because of the badge I made over there. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to see it properly. But none of these are going to flicker. It's only part of a stop motion show I'm making and a stop motion movie. That's another police station. Those are vacant land being acquired from the government, from commercial buildings. That's a tunnel to some underground parking lot, which the parking lot is for this hotel, this what Capital Ranch was it? Alright, a Navy training center. It's a very small city hall and parliament. Like the first floor is basically a city hall. Second floor is for parliament. But then this will be both floors will be used for parliament purposes, and there will be a city hall in one of these commercial buildings, or a separate city hall will be built within the expansion. I think this was once a highway, no, not a highway, an expressway artery. I actually made 3 more expressways. But basically they cover this area, and those expressways over there go up to here, the station. But I converted this to a bus lane because I try to make the area look like that. Because there's 2 lanes everywhere, it's gonna be a bit crowded, a bit congested. That road would have been a 6 lane, but I converted it to a 2 lane again because I had to build a train station here in order to focus on this residential area. So that over here is the traffic police headquarters. I think that was supposed to be a garage dealership, or that was also a dealership. I actually don't remember what these buildings were for. That's the army base. That's a dealership. Those are actually repair shops. That's a junkyard. That's the army base. So, okay, not the army base, but those are garages for keeping the army trucks and anti-aircraft vehicles. because there's no Air Force. I don't really remember what this building was for again. This gray building over here. And over here we have is a scrapyard. And then that's an army recruiting office. Whatever that was. Wait, what was that? Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, I have no idea what this was supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a bunker. I forgot what that building was used for again. And this tall building over here is a hotel. It says Capitol Hotel. There's the entrance. There's supposed to be another hotel built here, but I'll build out throughout development. And that's a greenhouse to store food. It's a small municipal farm. But what really catches my eye is this art I did over here. It says this is art, so that's just some graffiti I put on there. There's some Zentangle art I did over there. And the bus lane stops here. And then it just enters this bus bay. That's why I put a separate. Let's put arrows over here, bus only. It's a bus bay, there's train platforms, there's fences, there's ramps. And that's supposed to be like for people to cross the platform. But I realized that it was too high and that it was my mistake putting that platform up there, but whatever. You may see some poor infrastructure formations, but in the future these structures will be renovated. That's some fencing and then it goes underground. That's why you have another underground station over here, which is, so that's government station, that's downtown station, and that's a residential station. And the future extension over here shows that there will be a future extension called, wait, what was it? What? That was supposed to be a future station called Forest Authority, because this is a Forest Authority zone because of the forest. And there's a separate agency for this area while being part of inside the city. And there's a tramway over here which connects to the port and some other buildings which I'll talk about in the future. You got I forgot what that building's for again, but that's supposed to be a garage for these double-decker buses. And that over here is supposed to be the current transit headquarters, but which will be moved over here, and this building will be out for development. This building will be demolished for development, and those are some buildings. They're not crowded. They're basically supposed to be homes for anyone without a car. They can either get a bike or a motorbike. And this is basically, there's a fence over there. There's like small walkways where only bikes can fit in. It's supposed to be some rental houses. Except for that, there was a driveway over here, but because I put the sidewalk here by mistake, I guess you can't put a car over there, just some motorbikes. These two houses are houses that you can purchase, but I did a mistake here by accidentally rotating the first floor and second floor 90 degrees, which are for the, like, there's already a doors done over here, but those doors were meant to be basement doors. I did that by mistake. Here's a fort that has been used multiple times. It's still being used because the naval bases are already protected, and the other sides of the should be protected too. There's some vacant land for some condos and apartments. What was that supposed to be? I think that was supposed to. I don't remember what this building was for again. I think it's supposed to be another garage for city service. That orange building. Good. And that's a garage for the apartment vehicles. That's the garage for the condo vehicles. That's another traffic police outpost for buses entering this area, because these are these expressway arteries. And that over there is a bunker. And here I have is an apartment, which was supposed to be 15 floors, but by accident, by mistake, I put 10 floors. And you're probably wondering what are these buildings on top? These buildings are basically buildings that have vacant land on top of the apartment. Over here is just some grass. The landlord decided not to give for sale. That's an animal caging center. Another greenhouse. I don't remember that or that either. Oh no, never mind. I do remember this. It's a penthouse. This over here is also another penthouse, but this one is not really rented. This penthouse is owned by a rich family. And there's also a balcony I made out of scrap paper. I'm sorry if I'm not talking clearly.